I was a big fan of shows by Ragdoll Productions when I was about 4 years old. My favorite of those shows was Brum. I had collected every single VHS and DVD of that show. One day, I went to my local farmer's market, looking for any possible Brum VHSs or DVDs. I knew it would be hard to find one, since I had collected pretty much all of them. Then, to my surprise, I found a tape and a DVD of the same title. It was called Brum and a Big Death and Other Stories. I was a little skeptical at first, but decided to buy it. The man selling the tape and DVD said that it would be $3 to get them both. I decided to buy it with some money I had, and then returned home. My parents were at work, so I decided to watch it with my free time. I had all the print dates on my VHS tapes, and release dates on my DVDs. I then checked my newest ones. When I checked the VHS, the print date said 04/27/94, meaning the 27th of April 1994. And the DVD's date said 1/2/18/03, meaning the 18th of December 2003. I was confused how they could be released 9 years apart, but decided to press on. The tape was in really good condition. I then put the tape in the VHS player. The normal logos and intro started. Then, the narrator said,
"Brum and the Big Death."
I had no idea why they would make an episode like this, seeing that the second series did not start until the 6th of October. I thought this was an early test, so I pressed on. Then, something caught my eye. The intro music was backwards, and there was no narrator. I was shocked by this, but still continued with the episode. The intro promptly ended, and went to static for 3 seconds. Then at the town, it was a confusing day. Brum looked like it was a life-sized car, not a pint-sized car. The episode then took a very dark turn, when Brum went out of control and started running people over. I was shocked that Brum would do this, since he's a hero, not a villain. Then some villains came over to Brum, and to my surprise, they had guns. I hoped and prayed that they didn't shoot Brum, but Brum ran them over. Realistic blood sprayed on the road. This violent and horrifying habit continued until the end. The narrator had not spoken for the entire episode. Brum then went back home. I noticed he went back to pint size. Then Brum got into his parking spot, and the end credits were cued. They were normal, with no suspicious horror. However, at the end, after it said, "Executive Producer, Ann Wood," Brum blinked, and his eye exploded. Blood splattered on the screen, and then it faded straight to black, and the Ragdoll logo was shown. I was shocked by the episode. I was also shocked on how VHS tapes with other stories included only one story. Then, I put away the VHS, and started on the DVD. I noticed that the DVD had 39 episodes, each from series 3 through 5. Then I got to the 40th episode. It was also called Brum and the Big Death. The episode has the normal intro and title card. Then I noticed something. I paused the DVD, and looked up the release date of the episode. It said, November 11, 2002. I was extremely skeptical. It was the 66th episode. I immediately thought it was never released. However, the horror theme kind of made sense. I pressed on with the episode anyway. The episode started with Brum once again becoming a life-sized car. All the townspeople of the big town greet Brum cheerfully. Then the villain showed up by Brum. Brum also had 3 clones with numbers on them. The first one said S260991. I was shocked by this, and looked it up. I found out that Brum started on September 26, 1991. The second one said E041102. I also looked that one up. I sadly found out that Brum ended on November 4, 2002. The last one said 011237. I was curious and skeptical about that one. I thought of the person from Ragdoll Productions, and found out that Ann Wood was born on December 1, 1937. I pressed play on the episode and continued from where the villains surrounded Brum. Brum then ran over the villains. The townspeople did not notice, and clapped anyway. The townspeople then left in a happy tone. Brum's close friends stood by Brum in shock. His wheels were covered in realistic blood. He then went up to them and ran over the celebrity, the police officer, and Mrs. Posh. More blood covered his wheels. They started to run, but Brum was too fast. Brum also ran over Sally, Max Speed, and Gorgeous Gordon. Eventually, the only characters that remained were Granny Slippers, the town mayor, Mr. Brillo, and the museum owner. Brum ran over the town mayor and Granny Slippers. Mr. Brillo and the museum owner ran. Mr. Brillo had a strategy, but the museum owner didn't. Brum ran over his very own owner, to the shock of me and pretty much everyone else. Brum promptly got closer to Mr. Brillo. Mr. Brillo got ready to place an on to scare him off, but just as he was about to get run over, Brum stopped. He then went for the others. Brum promptly killed every one of the townspeople, making Mr. Brillo the last person in the town. He guarded himself with every single one of his gnomes. Brum got closer to him. Again, just as Mr. Brillo was going to be ran over, Brum spoke to my surprise.
I'll spare you. But I killed everyone else. I killed them. Ha 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 ha.
Brum then drove home, sparing Mr. Brillo. Mr. Brillo sighed a sigh of relief, and went home, taking his gnomes with him. The narrator still didn't speak at all. The end credits were finally cued. However, the music was played in reverse until he left the town to go to the museum. Then the music stopped until he sound was played to signal silence. Brum went back into the museum and into his parking spot. Then, the most horrifying part of the episode happened. At the screen where the director, producer, and executive producer were displayed, Brum went to the camera. And at that moment, his eye exploded again. Blood was all over the screen, and it faded to black. Then a fade-in occurred, with a red screen and a slanted background. The Ragdoll logo was cued, but with a demonic and terrifying sound, unlike the other 39 episodes, where it was peaceful and shorter. The DVD finally ended, and it went back to the menu. After seeing that, I put it in a box to return to the market, but I decided against it. I couldn't sleep for 3 nights, having the same nightmare. I didn't change my point of view on Bruno. I contacted Ann Wood on the situation, and she told me that this was not an actual episode from Ragdoll Productions. It was actually made by a different company. She could not remember the name of the company. I tried to find more secrets, and I did. I may forget them all, so I won't tell them. I was going to sell it, but decided not to. I didn't watch it for a long time. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. If this was made by someone as a joke, I give them 10. Whatever you do, don't watch this DVD. It's creepy and gory. Even though it may be a lost episode, it's not. Just reject the DVD and leave it alone. It is a scary prank on people.